Whoa, hey, this is John Bohlinger with Premier Guitar. So today we're taking a first look at the brand new Gibson Music City Les Paul Special 50th anniversary, as you can see right up there. I'll tell you all about this very cool guitar after you take a second to subscribe below. That way we can keep you up to date on all the great gear that's out there. So here's how we're recording it. On the floor, I've got a Keeley Nobles, giving a little bit of drive to this old 70s Super Reverb. I'm miking it with a Sennheiser mic and a Roswell audio mic, and that's running into a Apollo 8 and into Logic, then out to you all. So nothing fancy, overdrive, halo delay into the old amp. Now let me tell you about this guitar. So roughly 50 years ago, Gibson moved from Kalamazoo, Michigan, down to Nashville, Music City. And this is the commemorative guitar. As some of you from like my generation might recognize this as the Marauder shape, which I think came out in early 70s and was embraced by the band Kiss. So as a loyal member of the Kiss Army, I always wanted one. And you can still find them out there. They had a few different models with single coils and three humbuckers, and or three pickups and some single coils, and I don't know. There were several different versions of this. But what they did here is to give you one very, I guess, kind of an homage to that classic time, but making it a very modern guitar. So let's start with the neck. Very modern, slim taper, feels very comfortable. 12-inch radius, easy playability, 22 medium jumbo frets. The body is a lightweight, popular, very comfortable, as you can see, kind of an ergonomic carve right there, belly cut. Taking a little bit off right here as well, just make it a little more comfortable to play. Very lightweight guitar, which I love. They went with this V head, which I love that. It's just such a classic Gibson thing to do, and I don't know, I love that. I love the mini Grovers on there. They just look great, and of course they work really well. These pickups are interesting. They're a dual 70 tribute humbucker. It has this kind of vintage inspired tone, but I really like them. I think they're spanky, but have lots of, handle dirt really well and clean up well. So why don't I just play a little bit and you can kind of hear what it does. This is just straight in the amp, no pedals. Let's start with this neck pickup. Very kind of classic Gibson, warm, jazzy feel. So great, classic kind of you know, Gibson-y humbucker sound, but add a little bit of dirt to it. And of course, roll down that tone and you got that full woman tone. I mean, that is such a quintessential Gibson-y, humbuckery kind of tone. No, a thing I really love about the guitar, I love the simplicity of it. You've got one master volume, one master tone, and the three-way right in between. Easy to get to, you can move quick, and let's go ahead and try this bridge, hear what that does. Here it is, clean. A little bit of dirt. You know, that's, to me, it is that overdriven humbuckery thing that Gibson guitars do so well. It just fits it's just this big, awesome rock and roll tone that is, you're kind of hard pressed to get that whole thing any other way. So, love that. It's got the stop tailpiece, the tunematic bridge, and they just work great. It's, you know, I've been beating this thing like it owes me money, playing it pretty hard, and totally in tune, or close as I ever get anyway. And that middle tone I think is really nice. Add a little bit of dirt. But very lively pickups, very kind of inspiring tones, I think, very comfortable to play. And I really dig the aesthetic of it. I dig that sort of classic throwback to the Marauder with some cool, interesting new twist. So good on you, Gibson. I'm so glad that half a century ago you moved to our cool little burg of Nashville and made it even cooler. And this guitar is such a welcome addition to your line. I love the old school throwback to the Marauder with the kind of modern accoutrements that modern players love. Good on you. Now why don't we get a little loopy and play out of here. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.